You felt it. It was not imagination. That tightness in the chest last night, that restlessness that did not let you sleep properly, that presentiment that something was wrong, you felt it because it was happening. At this exact moment, while you watch this video, a betrayal was being planned against you. But it was prevented. Your guardian angel acted. And the most impressive part, he used you yourself as an instrument of this protection, without you consciously perceiving it. I know this may seem too strong. Perhaps you are thinking that I am exaggerating or trying to scare you, but no, I will prove to you with concrete signs that happened in the last 48 hours in your life that a real spiritual intervention occurred to protect you. And more importantly, I will show you why you were chosen to receive this protection, what this means about your moment in life, and how you can strengthen this connection so that no one can ever strike you from behind again. Stay with me until the end, because in the next few minutes you will understand exactly what happened. And more importantly, you will know what to do from now on. First, let me ask you a direct question. In the last 2 days, did you feel an inexplicable urge to check something, to open a drawer, look at a message, pass by some place that was not in your plans? Or did you change your mind about something at the last second, cancelled an appointment, decided to stay home, chose not to go to a place you had agreed upon? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you have just confirmed the first sign of angelic intervention. This impulse that seems random, this change of plans that you cannot even properly explain, did not come from you. It was placed in you. Neuroscience calls this intuition, the unconscious processing information that the conscious mind has not yet captured. Spirituality calls this the breath of the angel, the guardian communicating through the only channel he can use with ease, your feelings and impulses. And here is what most people do not understand. The betrayal that was prevented may not be the one you are thinking of. When we speak of betrayal, the mind goes straight to romantic relationships, to infidelity. But betrayal is much broader than that. Betrayal is any act of breach of trust. It could be a partner who was going to bypass you in an important business deal. It could be a friend of years who was going to speak ill of you to important people, destroying your reputation. It could be a close family member who was going to use your confidential information against you in a family meeting. It could be a co-worker who was going to steal an idea of yours or harm you with the boss to take your position. It could even be you betraying yourself, about to make a decision that would destroy something you took years to build. The protection of your guardian angel is not selective. It covers all forms of betrayal that can reach you. And he acts silently, behind the scenes, moving pieces that you do not even imagine are being moved. Now I will tell you something that will give you chills. There is research conducted by a group of behavioral psychologists from the University of São Paulo who studied the phenomenon of intuition in moments of crisis. They followed more than 1,200 people for 2 years and discovered that in 73% of cases, where someone avoided a dangerous or harmful situation, the person reported having felt physical discomfort before, something in the body warning them. Tightness in the chest, stomach pain, restlessness in the legs, sudden insomnia. The body knew before the mind. This research changed the way many scientists view the phenomenon of extrasensory perception. Science explains this as the nervous system picking up microsignals from the environment, things the eyes saw but the mind did not consciously register, subtle tones of voice that indicated a lie, facial expressions of milliseconds that revealed hidden intention. The body processes all of this and translates it into physical sensation. It is your internal radar working in real time, 24 hours a day. But spirituality goes further. It says that this nervous system, this radar, is precisely the channel that the guardian angel uses to communicate with you. He cannot appear in front of you and say, "Look, so-and-so is going to betray you tomorrow, stay sharp." That would break the rules of free will that govern human existence. So he does it differently. He amplifies the signals that are already there, increases the volume of your intuition, makes your body scream what your mind still does not want to accept, and you, even without perceiving it, obeyed. You changed something in the last few days, you made a different decision. You said something you had not planned to say, you stayed quiet when you were going to react, or you reacted when you were going to stay quiet. Something in you changed, and this change was enough to completely dismantle the plan that existed against you. If this is making sense to you, leave your like on this video now. This simple gesture helps the video reach other people who also need this message today. And subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed, because every week I bring content that will help you understand and strengthen your spiritual connection. Now let us go to the most important part of this video. Why you? Why among so many people did your angel choose to act with such force precisely now, precisely to protect you from this specific betrayal? The answer will surprise you, and perhaps even move you deeply. You are in a moment of transition. It may be that you have not perceived it yet, but something inside you is changing irreversibly. Perhaps it is your priorities, which are reorganizing themselves almost on their own. Perhaps it is the way you see relationships, with a new clarity that did not exist before. Perhaps it is a different vision of what you really want from life, beyond the expectations that others placed on you. This internal change is generating a completely different energy around you, and this new energy is deeply bothering people who benefited from your old energy. Let me be clearer and more direct with you. When you were more naive, more available, more permissive with certain people, they took advantage of you, sometimes in obvious ways, sometimes in ways so subtle that you did not even perceive it. You were a source of resources for these people, emotional, financial resources, time, attention, validation. They sucked you dry and you thought this was normal, that it was part of relationships. But now that you are awakening, now that something in you is saying enough, these people are feeling that they will lose the access they had to you. And what do people who are going to lose power over other people do? They attack. They try to destabilize you before you strengthen yourself completely. They try to betray you while you are still vulnerable enough to be hit. Only they did not count on one thing. Your guardian angel also perceived your change, and he knows that you are in a delicate moment of spiritual growth. That is why he acted with redoubled strength. That is why he did not let this betrayal reach you, because if it reached you now in this moment of transition, it could throw you back into the old pattern. It could make you doubt yourself, go back to trusting those who do not deserve it, abandon the new path you are beginning to tread. The angel protected not only the you of today, but also the person you are becoming. He is guarding your future. This is very profound. Read this sentence again if you need to. He protected not only the you of today, but also the person you are becoming. Now I want to talk about the specific signs that happened and that prove this intervention. Pay close attention because you will recognize yourself in at least 3 of them. And when you recognize yourself, pay attention to the sensation in your body. The recognition itself is a confirmation. First sign, intense dreams. In the last few nights you had vivid dreams, perhaps even disturbing ones. Dreams with known people doing strange things. Dreams with a sensation of imminent danger. Dreams in which you were running from something or looking for something you could not find. Perhaps you woke up sweaty with a racing heart, or with a strange sensation that took time to pass. These dreams are not random. They are the most direct way the angel has to speak to you, because during sleep your conscious mind is turned off, the ego is quiet, and he can pass messages without interference from your mental defenses. Second sign, discomfort with specific people. Someone you previously tolerated well began to bother you more than normal in the last few days. That person did nothing different, said nothing especially offensive, but something in you no longer wants to be near them. When they arrive, you feel a weight. When they speak, you feel irritation. When they leave, you feel relief. Your body is warning you, and the angel is amplifying this warning so that you finally pay attention. Third sign, coincidences that made you change plans. You were going to do something, but an unforeseen event happened that prevented you. The car did not start. You forgot something at home and had to go back. Someone called you at the exact time you were going to leave. Traffic was impossible at a time that is normally quiet. A headache appeared out of nowhere, and you decided not to go. These are not coincidences. They are interventions. The angel moves the physical world when necessary, creates obstacles in your path when that path was going to lead you directly into a trap you could not avoid. Fourth sign, repetitive thoughts about a situation. You know when you cannot get something out of your head, when a subject keeps coming back, even if you try to think of something else, when a specific person or a specific situation keeps hammering in your mind for no apparent reason. This is the angel insisting. He is trying to make you pay attention to something you are ignoring, that your rational mind is filing away as unimportant. That thought that does not leave is a message on loop, waiting for you to finally hear and act. Fifth sign, physical sensation without apparent cause, chills out of nowhere in warm environments, shivers that go up the spine without reason, the sensation of being watched even when alone, weight on the shoulder as if someone had placed a hand there, tingling at the back of the neck, pressure on the forehead between the eyes. The human body is a spiritual receptor, much more sophisticated than most people imagine. These inexplicable physical sensations are the angel approaching, touching your energetic field, confirming his presence in a way that you can feel physically. Sixth sign, repeated numbers. Have you been seeing sequences of numbers repeating? You look at the clock and always catch 11:11 or 22:22, license plates with equal numbers, purchase receipts with round values, messages that always arrive at the same minute. This is not statistical randomness. They are markings. The angel uses numbers as a language because they are everywhere and are easy to notice. Each sequence has a meaning, but the most important thing is for you to recognize that you are being communicated with. If you identified 3 or more of these signs in your recent life, there is nothing more to doubt. The intervention happened. You were protected from something real. Comment below how many signs you identified. I want to know. And I want you to register this because verbalizing the experience strengthens the connection. When you recognize the action of the angel, you open more space for him to continue acting in your life with even more strength. But now comes the most delicate and important part of this video. I need to alert you about something crucial. The betrayal was prevented this time, but the person or persons who plan to betray you are still out there. They still exist in your life. They still have access to you, and they will try again. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, but they will try. The guardian angel can protect you from specific situations, can create detours in your path, can amplify your intuition, but he cannot make decisions for you. He cannot remove people from your life if you continue choosing to keep them close. Free will is sacred. Even on the spiritual plane, your choices are absolutely respected. The angel can warn you, can create obstacles, can generate discomfort. But the final decision is always yours. Therefore, now that you know what happened, you have a responsibility to yourself. You need to act. And I will teach you exactly how to do this in a practical and powerful way, respecting your time and your situation. First step, identify who you probably already know. In the depths of your heart, you already suspect who was behind this prevented betrayal. It may be that your rational mind tries to convince you otherwise, tries to make excuses for this person, tries to make you believe you are exaggerating, that it is paranoia, that it is nothing. But the rational mind is easily deceived because it operates with logic, and traitors are experts at creating logical narratives to hide their intentions. The heart does not operate with logic, the heart feels energy, and energy does not lie. Who is your heart pointing to? You do not need to tell me, but be brutally honest with yourself at this moment. Second step, observe without reacting. Now that you have a suspicion about who it is, do not go confront this person immediately. Do not accuse, do not fight, do not demonstrate that you discovered anything. Why? Because when you confront a traitor before having concrete proof, you lose all the advantage you have. This person will deny everything, will make you look crazy or paranoid, will reverse the situation and make you apologize for doubting them. This happens all the time, especially in Brazilian families where direct confrontation is seen as a lack of manners. Traitors are experts in emotional manipulation, and they know how to use guilt as a weapon. Instead of confronting, observe in silence. Stay alert to this person's behaviors. Note when they lie about small things, because those who lie about small things lie about big things. Note when they hide information from you that you should know. Note when they speak of you to others differently than how they speak to you, and this information always arrives eventually. The masks always fall when we are observing in silence with open eyes. Third step, strengthen your spiritual protection daily. This is not about a specific religion. This is not about dogma or doctrine. This is about energy and intention. Every day, in the morning, upon waking, and at night before sleeping, do this simple ritual. Close your eyes, place your right hand in the center of your chest over your heart, breathe deeply 3 times, filling your belly with air and releasing slowly, and say mentally or out loud, "I thank you for the protection I received. I ask that you continue guiding me. I am attentive to your signs." This 30-second ritual creates an energetic opening so that your angel continues communicating with you in an increasingly clear way. 4th step, clean your environment. This is much more important than it seems. The place where you live, where you sleep, where you spend most of your time, accumulates energy. If a person with bad intentions frequents your house, they leave energetic residues there. It is like an invisible dirt that accumulates. Open all the windows of your house, let the sun and wind in, light a white candle on a plate with water, throw coarse salt in the corners of all rooms, and sweep it after a few hours, throwing it away in running water or in the trash outside the house. It may seem too simple, it may seem like a grandmother's thing, but it works. Entire civilizations over thousands of years on all continents used salt and fire for energetic cleansing. This is not superstition. It is ancestral knowledge tested by time and by billions of people. 5th step, prepare yourself emotionally for the distancing. I know this can hurt. The person who is going to betray you may be someone very close. It may be someone you love deeply. It may be someone you never imagined would be capable of hurting you. Father, mother, brother, child, spouse, best friend of decades. Betrayal hurts more when it comes from close by, and that is why these people were able to stay near you for so long doing what they did. But you will need to distance yourself. It does not need to be an abrupt distancing, an epic fight, a radical cut that will destroy the family Christmas. It can be a gradual and strategic distancing. You become less available to this person. You stop sharing your personal things, your plans, your fears, your dreams. You create boundaries that did not exist before. You say no where you always said yes. And you will observe this person's reaction closely. Traitors do not accept losing access to their victims well. This person's reaction to your healthy distancing will confirm everything you need to know. I know this is not easy. Adult life in Brazil, especially above 35 years, is full of responsibilities and commitments that bind us to people who are not good for us. We have to coexist with difficult relatives at Sunday lunches and end-of-year parties. We have to work with colleagues who pull us down every day. We have to maintain relationships that have not made sense for years, but involve children, assets, shared history. Brazilian society is very much based on appearances, on keeping the family together at any cost, on not washing dirty laundry in public, on swallowing toads so as not to create problems. But you have to understand one fundamental thing. Your guardian angel did not make all this effort to protect you just for you to continue putting your head in the lion's mouth every day. He gave you a chance. He opened a window. Now it is your turn to do your part. Now it is your turn to honor this protection you received. And look, I am going to tell you something that perhaps no one has ever told you with these words. You deserve peace. You deserve to have people around you who genuinely root for you, who are happy when you are happy, who support you when you are down. You deserve to wake up in the morning without that weight of constant worry about who is sabotaging you, who is speaking ill of you, who is waiting for you to fail. You deserve to trust and be trustworthy without fear of being betrayed. You deserve to live without this constant vigilance that exhausts your vital energy. And you can have all of that. It is not utopia, it is not an impossible dream, but it will require courage, it will require difficult choices in the short term to have peace in the long term. It will require you to look into the eyes of your own story with all the pain it carries and say definitively, I no longer accept this. Do you know what happens when you make this decision for real? When it is not just a desire but a decision rooted in your soul. The entire universe reorganizes itself around you. The right people begin to appear in your life, sometimes from where you least expect. Opportunities that seemed completely impossible arise out of nowhere. Doors that were locked for years open by themselves. It is as if life were waiting for you to take this step, to make this choice, to finally deliver to you what was always yours by right, but which you could not access because you were surrounded by heavy energy. This is not naive magical thinking. This is quantum physics applied to practical life. When you change your internal state, When you change your beliefs and your actions, you change the energetic frequency you emit. And a different frequency attracts a different reality. Scientists call this resonance and synchronicity. Spiritualists call it the law of attraction and manifestation. Religious people call it divine providence and grace. In the end, it is all the same thing observed from different angles, named with different words. And your guardian angel knows all of this. He knows of your immense potential. He sees who you really are, without the masks you use to survive in the world, without the defenses you built so as not to suffer. He knows your deepest fears, those you do not even admit to yourself, and he knows your most secret dreams, those you stopped pursuing because you thought you did not deserve them. And he is on your side, unconditionally, without judgment, without demands. He roots for you more than you root for yourself. Now, before finishing, I want to do one thing with you. I want to guide you in a moment of connection. You can do this while listening to my voice. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Fill your lungs with air, hold for 3 seconds, and release slowly through your mouth. Do this 2 more times at your own pace. Now, with your eyes closed, imagine a golden light, warm and bright, entering through the top of your head. This light goes down through your body slowly, passing through your face, relaxing every muscle, your shoulders releasing all tension, your chest opening space, your belly calming down, your legs becoming heavy and relaxed, until it reaches your feet, which connect with the earth. You are completely enveloped by this golden light. It is warm. It is safe. It is the embrace of your guardian angel enveloping you at this exact moment. Feel this presence. It is always with you. It never abandoned you and never will. Even in the moments when you felt most alone in the world, it was there by your side. Even in the darkest nights of your life, it watched over your sleep. Even when you doubted everything, God, the universe, yourself, it continued believing in you. It never gave up on you. Now, before opening your eyes, make a silent promise in your heart. Promise that you will pay more attention to the signs from today on. Promise that you will take better care of yourself, of your energy, of your time, of your choices. Promise that you will distance yourself from those who do not deserve you, even if it hurts at first. Promise that you will honor the protection you received, living a more authentic life, truer, more aligned with who you really are at your deepest core. You can open your eyes now. You have just made a pact with your guardian angel. It was not an elaborate ritual with special objects and words in Latin. It did not need colored candles or expensive incense or complicated formulas that only initiates know. It was an agreement from soul to soul, from heart to heart. And that is infinitely more powerful than any external ceremony. If you have reached this point, this moment of the video, you are not here by chance. This is not a coincidence. The YouTube algorithm did not bring you by luck. Your angel guided you here because you needed to hear exactly this, exactly now, exactly this way, with these specific words. He used this video as one more instrument of protection and awakening. And I have one last thing to ask of you. Share this video with someone you know who also needs this message. It could be on your WhatsApp status for all your contacts to see. It could be in the family group, even knowing it will generate conversation. It could be sending it directly to that person who came to your mind now, this second, because they came to your mind for a reason. When you share a message of protection, you become an instrument of protection for others, and that amplifies the positive energy around you in a very powerful way, creating a virtuous circle of protection. Activate the notification bell to receive the next videos as soon as they come out. I post content regularly on practical spirituality, energetic protection, personal development, and awakening of consciousness. Everything done with much affection, much research, and much care to bring quality information that truly transforms lives. And if you want to go even deeper into this subject, look in the video description. There are links to other content that complements exactly what we discussed today. We will see each other in the next video. Take care of yourself. Pay attention to the signs. Honor your intuition. And always remember, you are loved more than you imagine. You are protected more than you perceive. You are chosen for things much greater than what you are living now. Until next time.